Let me hear. Hello. There we go. Hello, my friends. How are you doing? Hi. Thanks for joining me. Today I have 2 mice, so that's pretty good. Don't forget to write your country in the chat. It's always good to have that. Let me pop out the chat. There we go. Hi, hi, hi. Hi, everybody. Hi, Grey Bells. Hi, Marlon. Hi, who else? Tomo is here. Show Don't Tell. Thanks for joining. Hi, Raymond. Hi, VD Bye. Hi. How you doing? Hi, Murphy. Hi, Triple H Monkey. We had a pretty good Discord chat today. Pretty cool. Noro Moxie. Hi. Thanks for joining. Hi. Who else is here? Clue. Hi. Thanks for joining. Williams, thanks for joining. Hi. Hanky Panky, hi. Thanks for joining. So we have people from the Ukraine, from Germany, from South Africa, from England. Wow. From Istanbul, Turkey. Really love that city. Very nice. Switzerland, also really cool. I think I've never been to Switzerland, like driven through, and I maybe have been in Zurich as a child, but not as an adult. Yeah. Oh no, I have. Well, no, not really. We have been there, like on a stop, like just eating there, but not really. Is my receiving enough data again? What's the problem again here? Through maintaining smooth streaming, such as viewers, is the stream okay? Does it get enough image, or like because I set the streaming quality, but anyways, let's see. Hey, Brazil, very cool. Hi, well. Hi, Jan. Hi, Vasil. Hi, Corey. Hi, Bearos. Hi, Jan. Hi, Synthwave. Very good to see you. So we have also people from Brazil, from Iran, from Holland, from Russia. Wow, amazing. There we go. Southwest England. Okay, pretty cool. And today, I wanna play around with. Was buffering a bit laggy before? Well, I hope it's going well. Let me see on the second screen how it looks there. I'm not sure if I can change the open widget. What does that mean? Error. YouTube is not receiving enough data. Poor quality. Stream settings. Oh God. Analytics. Viewer activity. I don't know if I can change the stream settings during the stream. It's a bit low FPS actually. Shit. 1 second. I shouldn't have changed the quality. Can I change the quality while I'm streaming? No. General. If I stop the stream and restart, well, I'm just gonna go to the second screen. 1 second. Let me close this, and then we're gonna go to the second stream because there, most of the image is static, so it doesn't matter too much. 1 second. There we go. Whoa. Oh, there we go. Hey, we have a Patreon pledge from Saber. Thank you very much for that. He's probably not in the live stream right now. Or maybe he is, I don't know. So yeah, if it's like this, there isn't much to look at for the stream, so it should work. Oh, this is, wait a second. This is not right. Something is off. Oh, come on. Wait. Why can't I? Why doesn't my... 1 second. This doesn't work. Let's go here. Zoom in and out. This doesn't work either. Oh my... Ah, I'm an idiot. I have to move the mouse to the second computer. 1 second. There we go. Now it should work. Ah, yes. Okay. How do I reset this though? 1 second. There we go. Reset. Is it... still not working? Okay, let's reload this. Have I saved it or not? Oh God! If I haven't saved it, I have to rebuild everything. Shit! CompuI Exit comes out in 5 days. Oh, that's pretty cool. Ah, there we go. It looks like everything is still here. Okay, cool. So I already made a video about that with the early access. It has not really many new features, to be honest. They already have the new UI. You can switch it on inside of CompuI through the manager. Through the settings here. You can go somewhere down here. Don't even know where it is. There's something in here about that menu on the side. And there you can, there it is. You can switch it here, top, bottom. So this is the new UI then. I'm not sure. I'm pretty okay with this, to be honest. But if they have their own software, they can do like cooler stuff. Okay, so what I want to do today is basically, there's 2 parts here. One is the Turbo LoRa. So we're rendering the image with the Turbo LoRa first, and then afterwards I'm rendering it with the, where is it? The denoise, the detail daemon sampler. We have to figure out some nice prompts too. Let me actually open up Midjourney here just so we can steal some prompts from there to make it a little bit easier. Let me render this just to see if everything works good enough. Oh, it just like poops an image here. Oh, maybe because this is from before. So this is my mind is not working. This is the Turbo LoRa image, and this is the detailer image afterwards. Right, so you can see it adds a lot of detail, and at the same time we kind of like save on steps, I think. I hope. I need some, I mean, this is rendered with like just 4 steps, so maybe we can use 6 steps for that. Let me see. What can, yeah, let's render this again. 1 second. Tabs. Tabs are cool. Oh yeah, the tabs. Right. And also like the browser for the different workflows. So they have some pretty cool stuff in there, to be honest. It's pretty nice. Yeah. And also they can like now make like they have more control over the interface. They can do some things that are easier and stuff like that. Let me see. So here we have the rendering. It's happening. So we have 7 seconds for 6 steps with the Turbo LoRa. So now the image looks like this, which is already pretty good, to be honest. And now I'm rendering this, but I'm rendering this only with 10 steps because we already have basically half the image. So let's see if this improves anything. It's a bit better. It has some more details, right? Like if you look at the nose and stuff, that's okay, that's pretty good. It has some more clothing details. This one is like a little bit lacking here, a little bit like softer also from the look. And this has some more details. I would say it's better. What do you think? Oh, look at the eyebrows, also very nice. I feel like that's quite good. And then we save 10 extra steps here. So in total, we have a render time of like 21 seconds, right? Yes, 21 seconds. Not too bad, not too shabby, I would say. Let's steal a prompt from here. Maybe this lady here. It's quite a long prompt, but let's just use it. I hope we don't get, oops, we don't get a naked lady. Oh, we can also like render the comparison image without it. Ah, I need a text box here though, because I don't want to put the prompt like 15 times in here. Let's just put this in here. Didn't work. Let's put it again. Did work. Okay, cool. Let's change the input. Yes. Okay. This one. And then we change this one. And then we have to go down here. And we change this one. And we change this one. And then we connect everything. 1 second. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. Okay. Oh, wow. You know, one thing I'm thinking about about, man, my brain today, about ComfUI is like, I'm kind of like curious that not more guys are into that kind of stuff here. Because isn't that like the guys in the machines and whatnot? Maybe that's stereotypical, you know, but you know what I mean. Like I mean, if you look at stuff like this with VCV Rec, and you have this like, is there no good preview here? I thought they had a better preview. Okay, you can't actually see the cables here. There you can see the cables. It's kind of like cable madness here. And you have to tinker around. It's like it takes forever to figure out what does. And then it's pretty hard to control and understand. But it's just like the tinkering. Like most people like have a massive setup of these kind of nodes, or like, how do you call it? Blocks? Modules? And then make bleep bloop sounds. But it's just like the fun of playing around with a crazy machine, basically, right? And so ComfUI is kind of like similar. Oh. This actually turned out pretty well. Wow, okay, cool. Oh, it's a little bit overcooked, maybe? Her face has a lot of like strange details in them. But the original face from the Flux roller also has, to be honest. Moog synthesizers, yeah, the big one, right? By the way, did you know that Behringer brought out a really big one, and then it's just like 1,600? Let me see, 1 second. Thomann, there we go. Behringer, whoop, 1 second. Synthesizers. It's already like 3 years out. It's not anything new, but I haven't seen it because I'm not up to date. This one, the Behringer System 55. Look at this. How crazy is that? And this is like inspired, I would say, by the Moog, the big Moog system, right? Which I think costs 100,000, and this is 1,500. So yeah, pretty amazing. But VCV, the one I showed you before, is very, very good from the sound quality. And the modules are for free, and the software is also for free. So that's pretty amazing. Okay, let's go back here. Well, the face, but the face is not good here either, to be honest, with all these kind of like smiley details here. Maybe what is my guidance here? 3.5. Should we use maybe 2.5 and see how we get, where we get from there? Let's look at that. Does it do anything? Hello? Oh. Come on, move it. There we go. Okay. There we go. 1 second. Modules. Yeah, modules. Right. Man, every time I stream, my brain is like starting to not work anymore. The COVID brain. I have no idea, but yeah. Yeah, really? You live next to Thomann? Interesting. Do they have a real shop actually, Thomann? Or is it like just like Amazon, just like an online? It's not better, right? Same face. Didn't really improve. Okay, let's cancel this. We don't even need to see the comparison. Set this back and then maybe use a different man, there's too much stuff going on. Oh, there it is. Okay, 1 second. Nope. Let's use a different seed here. This is the seed from down here. And this is supposed to be the comparison image. We can also load that. 1 second. There we go. Next time. Next one. Not this time. Let's see here. It's rendering 10 steps? What's happening? Oh, no. Okay. Okay, let's see. I should maybe render one comparison image. Oh, this is better from the face. But still, like, not perfect. Hi, Chua. Chua? I just say Carlos. Hi, Carlos. Ms. Magus is Murphy, Lanka. If you have opportunity to advise about tabs, I see people using them but can't locate them to try. The Exe version is not out yet from the ComfUI. Is it already finished or is it still rendering? Is this the resulting image? Interesting. I mean, it does have a lot more detail, especially look at the clothing. It's pretty nice, actually, compared to the original. So that's pretty interesting. I should maybe leave this a little bit longer. I'm always just like zooming in and out for my yeah, so that's how that looks like. Not too bad, I have to say. What else could we try? By the way, I'm trying here to go a little bit later on the where it is actually like rendering in here and a lower detail amount. We can change this. We could, for example, because this is a photo, we can actually try it for the full amount and see what it does there. Does this render again? Oh, now it's rendering the comparison image. Okay, so let's let it render the comparison image too. And then we see what it does. Why is this not here? 1 second. Oh, there we go. Okay. Ew. This is pretty gray. Let's see also the render time. 10 steps? 10 steps again? Oh, do I not have... No, this is the normal one. Oh, the other one didn't even finish. Why? Ah, because the denoise is different. I changed the denoise. Yeah. By the way, the reason how this works is because we don't have this kind of like in the custom advanced sampler, we don't have the setup where we can just render a couple of steps and not the rest. As far as I know, I have set this in the basic scheduler, the denoise to 0.5. So this is using the input image that is coming from the turbo LoRa image. And this is why they are looking so similar. So this is now applied to all the steps. This is how it looks different. These cheeks here, not so great. I can also set this up. Let's set this to 8 steps down here. And I guess for the comparison, we have to build it a little bit different. 1 second. What do we have to do different here? First of all, we have to have a different basic scheduler. 1 second. Let me take it like this. And then we set this to 1. There we go. And we set this to 20 steps. And we set this here. And then this is already without that. So I think we are good on that. I think there's everything inside, right? Unless I'm missing something. No, let's try it. It looks good. Let's see if we get something better than this gray patch here. All right, this is already rendering. It's probably going to be a different image, though. You should check out the image comparison node from RG3. Yeah, last time it didn't really work for me with the comparison. What is it called? Comparison. Compare images, MixLab. Maybe this one. Foreground, background, mask, scale. I don't know how that works. Oh, I mean, that's also pretty good, right? How long does that take? This takes 28 seconds. Interesting. So it's rendering everything, but never mind. Okay. Let me see while this renders. Comparison. Simple comparison. Where's my preview? AB boolean? No, that's not it. But this is just, I think this is just creating two images next to each other. There isn't one with a slider. MTB? What did you say? Rupture 3. But I'm not sure if I have installed that. Probably don't have that. Did we already look at that one? Checkerboard. Diff, blend, checkerboard. Checkerboard probably also just one next to the other, right? I don't think I have RG. Oh, I do. Okay. Let's see if that works or not. Put one here. Put one there. Let's cue it again. There we go. And how do you compare it then? Oh, I don't know. Oh, what's happening here? Oh, okay. It didn't work last time either. I can't, like, there is something here I am supposed to pick. You see this line here? But I can't pick it. Doesn't do anything for me. I don't know why. This is just copying it. When we click here, what does it say? Type, optional. You don't click? So what do I do then? You see, it's just like sticking to the left side here. There's a line here, but it doesn't do anything. It's not reacting to my mouse. Do I block anything here? Protection is disabled, so yeah, it just doesn't work for me. I have the Chrome browser, so I think it should work. Not sure. Okay, but anyways, we can just, like, I have the images next to each other. I think that's good enough, so you can see both at the same time. I think that's, like, even better, right? Okay, how do we progress from here? We can try a different prompt. I want to try different things on how to make this better. The image from Midjourney is also very nice. Let me see if we can find something else that we want to try. Should we do another, like, person, or? I guess this kind of thing is probably... Let's see if this works. It might be too complex, but let's see. So this is the... Okay, sampler. Let's sort this out a little bit. 1 second. Move this down here. This is the second K sampler here for the comparison image. So we can actually put this up here. Oh, not too bad, actually. Title. Original. Title. Turbo. Oh, that didn't work. Oh, by the way, did someone send a message? No. Okay, turbo. And then title. What is it called? Detailer. Okay. Oh, very different image from the turbo. But the turbo does a different image because it is the hand. The hand is not great. The turbo does a different image because it also has less steps. And a lot of the composition in Flux comes through the steps. But let's see. Oh, I mean, yeah, it does add more details. Oh, it even added an extra finger, even though the fingers are not perfect. And it's a fairly complex scene to render, to be honest. So it's, for what it does, it's not too bad. The only thing is like this overcookedness is kind of there. But we can reduce here the detail amount a little bit. Let's go here with 0.2. And then we can render that part again. Does it render everything again? No, just that part. Okay, cool. And we could also add an upscaler to like get the most out of it, but not sure if we need that right now. Where's the best place to get workflows? I mean, OpenArt is pretty good. They have a lot of collection there, even though they're not that much focused on it anymore. So this is, I feel like this is better, right? Let's try something that's a little bit easier. Oh, this guy is good. This guy, I think, might be a good result if we put that in here. Let me put the text thing over here so I don't have to like go a million times back and forward. There we go. Oh, let's wait a little bit for the comparison image. It would be cool if it would be like exactly the same thing, but that's just not how Flux works. Even with the same seed, you don't get the same output. Oh, it already looks pretty good though. Wow, okay. Taking its sweet time here. Have a look here, how much? Well, 28 seconds as before, because of the 20 steps. Like often also you see people online using 40 steps. Oh, wow. This looks pretty overcooked for some reason. Even though this doesn't have any of the detail demon in there. That's interesting. What is the prompt? Suit style celebrity suit Niemeyer. Oh, okay. Image with his hands over his bicep. Okay. In the style of Sam Spread, whoever that is. Oh, there's a lot of like Jean Deville or Delville. I don't know. Distinctive noses. Aha. And this is like a drawing style. Interesting. Photorealistic hyperbole. Comic art. Okay, maybe because of the comic art. So we might want to change it a little bit. Oh. But not bad. Look. Like it fixed the one hand. The other one still only has 3 fingers. But this one got fixed. So that's pretty nice. It's sharper. It's crisper. It has nicer like face detail. Even though the eyes are now just like black olives here. Right? Just like black holes instead of the actual eyes you have over here. So it made some stuff better and some stuff worse. Pretty interesting. Okay, but let me remove all of this. For body, professional photo. Let's also add glamour. I think that might be good here. Caution with the workflows, you can spend all your time downloading resources. Better to keep it simple. And yeah, it's true. Like if you have like the workflows online, often I feel like the workflows online are super complex. They try to add any kind of like functionality they can think of and then make it super hard to understand what they're actually doing, rather than focusing on what they actually like want to achieve with that workflow. And then you spend a lot of time like figuring out what is actually happening, because often there is not much description on what it's doing or how it's working. So yeah, at best case, you have also like a screenshot so that you can see, for example, different input sources, what they actually supposed to be doing, right? Because sometimes you have images or I don't know, other things that they load in, and you don't know in what image loader they go if you don't have a screenshot, because of course it's empty when you load that, right? It might actually be a good idea, but I'm not sure if this works with the metadata, but like to have a low resolution preview when you load the workflow. But that might actually not work with the metadata, because of course that is just like text or whatever, right? Train Flux using ConfUI. Right. Never done that though, but I'm gonna make a video about model training soon. Oh, there we go. Also very nice. I feel like this process is not too bad, right? Gives pretty nice results. Adds a lot of detail, so it's pretty nice. And we could play around more with the settings to see what that does. Let's try here again to go with, to start this. Oh, this is the bias. This is not what we... Oh, wait a second. I changed the bias instead of the start end time. Okay, 1 second. Let's go here and then see what this does. Let's render this again real quick. And this is like just an experiment to see if we can combine the turbo LoRa with the with this kind of detail node, because the turbo LoRa doesn't really work with it directly. But if you have an image input, oh, this didn't change anything. That's interesting. Why didn't this change anything though? It's kind of strange. Let's try some values here. And I want to get like, it to work with less steps. That's always my main kind of like goal, is to like push down the steps so that you can experiment more, because I don't like to wait every image like 40 seconds, 50, 60 seconds for an image, or even longer, like if you have a worse graphics card, because then you can't really experiment with the model, right? Or with the settings or whatever you want to do. So having less steps and having iteration between multiple images is actually better, I feel like, even especially here when it keeps the composition. We can also push down here the denoise even more. Let's set this to 0.3 and see what this does. Because like if you have, let's say you have a minute render time per image, that means you can only try out 30 images in half an hour. And this is not even counting like the time you need to think about the settings, change the prompt, all that kind of stuff. So you don't really get much test results. And this is why it's better if you, even if you bring it down from a minute to like 30 seconds, it's already like interesting. Okay. It's already helpful. I should have saved the one before. 1 second. Let's open this up in an extra image. And then let's change this again. There, down here. 0.5. Because often, like for example, if I do a render, like a test batch with different settings, automated, you sit there and you watch YouTube videos, because what else can you do when you wait like 10 minutes for 10 images to render, right? It's not great. Ah, okay. And let me see this one. So that's the turbo one. This is the one with a 0.3 denoise, and this is the one with 0.5 denoise, I think. Interesting. Does add some details though. Interesting. What happens if we set this even lower? Let's set this to 0.1. Is I think less denoise is... No, less denoise is closer to the image. So actually we need to go the other way. Let's set it to 0.75. There we go. Yeah, that's what I'm doing, like using a turbo model for the first result, and then I make an adjustment with this kind of detailer model to get more details while keeping the composition, which is also good, so you don't lose the composition. You can see it like it changes quite a bit. This is so overcooked. Look at the edges here. It's like bad photo editing. So that's not great. Interesting. Is this changing if we put more steps on it? Let's put 15 steps. See what we get from that. Let me open this up before it's gone. So this is bad. And it's even only detail amount of 0.1, which is strange. Right, yeah. If you have like a 3060, it's probably taking forever, right? Is this even worse? Interesting. Okay, so keeping it lower is better. 0.5. Let's try this again. And if we can figure out a good result, that would be pretty nice. It adds so much wrinkles here, though. Can you remember like the original Art Breeder website where you had all these kind of sliders and they had a completely different way? It was not this kind of like denoise thing. It was more like a how do you call it? Like this kind of like brain neuron kind of thing where you have different, you could adjust like the sliders for all kinds of parts of the image, and then it would re-render the image in a new way with AI. And that was pretty interesting. It was pretty like complex because of the different sliders, and it was like the sliders were kind of, I feel like fitting the like a portrait and then also different art styles. But it was pretty interesting. You could do some pretty amazing stuff with that. And I don't think they have that anymore on the website. This looks better though, right? These details though. If you have any like ideas what to put in here for the detail daemon, let me know what we could put in here. Smooth. What does smooth does, by the way? See if shall override. Oh, okay. So if you have any better settings for here, let me know what we can put in there. Portrait Master is with sliders. Oh, interesting. I don't even know that, Portrait Master. Let's set the denoise, the detail value higher. The problem with all these kind of settings is that there isn't like a, I feel like there is not like a setting that works for everything. You have to like adapt it to the prompt and what you want to create as an end result. I don't know. Let's set this back. And then maybe we can also use like another image. I wish these two would be closer though. That would be nice. I think from what I've set up here, it should be okay. Oh, by the way, I'm not using the GUF model. I'm using the normal model. First of all, because it's rendering faster with the detail LoRa, with the turbo LoRa. Sorry, where's the model loader? I can't see it. Oh, down here. I'm using the normal model here. This one, because with the turbo LoRa it doesn't work. It makes the LoRa very slow, at least inside of ComfUI. with the GUF model. And then I don't want to switch models in between the renderings because that would make it super slow. Would take way too much time. Interesting. It does add details though. It's crisper, it's sharper, it's nicer overall. Let's look for another image maybe also. Oh, the cat image. That looks pretty cute. Let's try that one. We could also sharpen. Oh no, because then I have to render it. If we sharpen the image beforehand. I was also thinking, because there is this kind of, what is it called? Lying something? Lying Sigma sampler. To go with one too extreme and then with the other one too low. Maybe that might be a thing, right? They just, if you abuse the nodes, sometimes you get better results. Change the weight type for more speed. Change the weight type? Change it to what? What weight type? Oh, I'm an idiot. I haven't turned that on. Okay, thank you. I have forgot that. Oh, Mr. Kitty. Oh man, I love cats. Look how cute he is. Kitty cat. Very good. Oh man, I have no more coffee. There we go. Okay. Oh, the second one with the turbo lower is also getting pretty nice. Let's see. Takes a little bit. Oh, there we go. But not the cool glasses though. Not this kind of styly glasses here. But he has two paws on the right side or left side. So there's a little bit stuff missing. Why are these so different? Oh, I think I'm using a different. I might be using a different noise. 1 second. Yes. The noise comes from up here, and this noise comes from somewhere down here. This one noise. Ah, yeah, it's a different noise. That's why. Okay, so that's one of the problems with the nodes is there is so much going on. It's easy to overlook some problems. Yellow coffee. Yeah, this is the atomic coffee. The alien Mars pee-pee coffee. With the good old 7-Eleven cups from Thailand. There we go. All right. Oh, we got some pretty cool improvements here for the detail. Kind of like the good old cat beard is a little getting a little bit crumpled here, but other than that, nice improvement. Very good. Okay, so let's try this again. With this same seed now for the turbo LoRa. I really need to read some more good books. I feel like my brain is flattening out with all the internet and computer time. I'm losing brain cells over watching too much YouTube shorts. My YouTube short consumption is so strong that I have managed to burn the YouTube buttons into my display. You know, on the shorts on the side, you have this thumbs up, thumbs down comment. It's burned into my display. It's which you would think is impossible today with the modern displays. It's really hard to do that, but I managed that. Yeah, probably hundreds of hours. It's pretty. Is it a different one? Got the wrong one. The fast one is faster. Oh, okay. Let's try that. Is it faster but less detail, or is it faster and same detail? Did I get the same cat with a different number? What's happening right now? What is rendering? Why is it so slow? Oh, maybe it's loading the model again. It's still working, right? There we go. No, it's the same cat. Hmm? How do we get the same cat from a different... Oh, it's a little bit different. Oh! Okay, now they're similar. Okay, that's much better. And this one hasn't rendered yet, so... And what's the render thing, by the way? What's the setting here for the steps? This is in 15 steps right now. I have to compare if 15 and 10 actually gives a benefit or not. I mean, it does add some details, right? It's pretty good. Very nice. And this is the original over here. Kitty cat. Still has some cooler lights in the background, though. Okay. Let me open this up. Oh, now we have a different... Oh, we have to render it again because now we have everything on fast and I don't know if the quality is the same. So let's render this again. 1 second. Also, let's open this up here for a second. Let's see what this does. Okay. Nobody likes shorts? Everybody likes shorts. Shorts are very famous. Like, I know people, like, I don't know people, but like who get like hundreds of thousands, but get like they do a 30-second video and then they get like 500,000 views on that. For doing something like really pointless. It's really interesting. I should also do maybe some more pointless stuff in my videos. You know, it's just like have someone throw raw eggs at my face while I'm trying to do a video or something like that. Some stupid thing. Or like explode some water balloons with colored water. Did this change anything, or is it just like rendering the same image? Oh, the paw is different now, right? Okay, let's wait for the second one. I don't understand why it's loading in between the renderings if it's using the same model. That feels kind of like wasteful. If it's using the same like model for the rendering. So let's see if something is changing here. Shorts work on instant gratification. Yeah, right. Oh. So this kind of like now has the same mistake as before. So is it worse quality, the fast render thing? I don't even feel like it's faster. Is it faster? No, it's not faster. For 8 steps, it takes 11 seconds. And I feel like before we took, I think like 7 seconds or something like that. This one is 30 seconds now. I think before it was 28. And this one is 22 now. So now we have 33. It doesn't feel faster. Oh. Nah, I don't feel like it's giving you better quality. I feel like the quality is worse than before. And by the way, what is the difference between E4M3 and E5M2? Is there any difference? Is E5 newer than E4? For this one, I actually don't know for the weight type. Let's use this one again. And then render it one more time. Sorry for that. So here we have the problem with 2 right paws, left paws, yes. 2 left paws, and he has 1 big paw, 1 small paw here. And let's also look at the render time now. E5 is faster. Oh, there we go. Okay. The render time always gets killed by the model loading time. If that wasn't the case, you could like render like non-stop. Come on, do it. Be quick. So we have the 20 steps and... Oh. 29 seconds. Before we had 30, yeah, so it's 1 second difference. But the image, like the paw is better here. So that's, the result is also nicer, I guess. Oh, come on. You see, always the model loading. If it wouldn't load the model, it would just like go faster. It means 5 exponent bits and 2 mantissa bits. What are mantissa bits? Interesting, but good to know. Good to know. Ah, you see now that the paws are also kind of nicer here. So I guess this kind of like gives better results. Okay. Any suggestions on how we can make this better? By the way, I need to render this also with 10 steps now to just see if we get some better or like very similar results, because then we can save on 5 steps. First of all, let me close this here. Oops, let me close this too. And then we open this up. Okay. And then we go down here and set this to 10 steps and render that again. This is on 0.5. Yes. Okay. Good. It's virtually the same thing, right? Yeah, it's exactly the same image. Oh no, it has some slight differences. And of course now I don't know which is which. Damn it. Let's open this again. Ah, it's opening in the front. Okay, so these are the same and these are different. Surprisingly, look at the paw down here, which is hard to see. I feel like the one with less steps has actually more details in there. But overall, it's not a huge change, to be honest. Okay, let's give it less. Let's try 8 steps down here. Maybe that's good enough. Who knows? Aha. So this has here on the arm, it has some slight like errors in here. It's mostly the same though. And it doesn't have the detail down here, even though this is not really needed. But it's virtually very like similar, right? Let's go one higher, 9. Maybe we can just save 1 step. No, this also has the error in here. So maybe 10 steps it is, right? Let's try a different seed. This is the seed, right? Yes, okay. Let's... Oh, wait a second. This one is going here, but it's not going up here, right? No, it's not going up here. Okay, good. All right. Because there's they can't have the same seed. If you use the input and use the same seed, it's getting like way too much contrast and looks overcooked and bad. You have to have a different seed for each sampler if you're sending the latent into the next sampler. The lying sigma sampler is also somehow not so easy to handle. Yeah, they are all not so easy, right? It's all a lot of fiddling. You could also increase the strength of the turbo LoRa. It's already on 1, I think. Yes, it's on 1. I don't think it's a good idea to set it higher than 1, is it? By the way, don't forget to leave the like. Yes, for the stream. And then also, if you have noticed on the top of the stream, I wanted to try this today. So I have a new like new strategy today, a super chat goal, which I want to try out. And that is these, like, if we get 5 super chats in total, I'm going to stream 1 extra hour, which I know it's a little bit cheesy, but I want to try that out. You know, I always see the game streamers with all their super chats, and I sit here and smear my my bread with butter with nothing else. So Getting a little bit envious of the game streamers. There we go. The detail's a little bit too crispy, but it's still pretty good, right? The detail in the background is also a little bit intense. So yeah, but overall, not so bad. This could be solved by the... What does it do? I think the bias. Does the bias do it or the exponent? What did I say in my video? 1 second. Detail daemon. Slides. Oh, it's not in here? Ah, there we go. Oh, the bias does that. Okay. The detail pushes it up, and then the bias does it like this. So we could set the bias. Let's set the bias higher. Let's try this. 0.8. And then actually, no, let's just try it like this. And then go like that. And see what this does. Because the later you do it, the more it's focused on the smaller details. At least from what I understand from their text. This didn't change anything. Interesting. Let me see. Okay, let's set it to 1. We have this. Can close the other ones. Doesn't change anything, does it? Interesting. Let's set it to 0.1. He looks like a DJ. Get him go for 24 hours. We could also try that. I'm not sure if this is a good idea or not. 24-hour stream. But it's limited. This time it's limited to 5 super chats. So it's not going overboard. It's already finished? I'm already finished. Is this not doing anything at all? That's so strange. Because on the graph, when you have the graph, it should be... Sigma graph. How does this not connect here? Strange. What does it connect to? Oh, to the scheduler? Really? Like, no, that's not the scheduler. It needs this one? Why? What for? So I have like zero understanding why this has to be an extra node instead of just having the graph down there. That makes absolute no sense to me. If someone can explain why this has to be an extra node, because it feels so pointless to enter all of these values twice just to see a graph. The exponent has been 0. Let's set it like this. There we go. But it doesn't, huh? How is this different from what I got? Let me see this again. 0.5, 1, 1. Oh. Exponent 1. Does it have to be on 1? Ah. Wait. Ah. Oh, and we're starting late. So we're starting late anyways. Let's change this. Nope. Oh. Didn't take this on. There we go. Okay. So let's put this here. Such a waste of time. Put this on 1. Put the other one on 1 too. Okay, there we go. Let's see if this does anything. The fur on the paw looks worse. No, it's exactly the same. Not even a little bit of change. But now let's see what this does. Nothing. Does absolutely nothing. Am I crazy right now? What's going on here? Let's set this to 0.8 just to see if we are actually connected. But it is connected. You can see here it's connected. It does nothing again? Are you kidding me? What's going on here? Am I crazy right now? What's happening? Why is this always the same? It changed before. Why is it not changing anymore? Huh? The hell is going on here? Let's try this. It worked a second ago, right? With the changes. And now it's always the same image. How is it possible? Oh, what? No, smooth is turned off. Let's set this back to 15 steps, but I don't think that's it. Let me see. So this is going in here, is coming from here, and this is going in here and coming from here. So everything is where it should be, right? It doesn't change anything. What is going on right now? Let's set this to 1 just to see if maybe this thing here is broken. Oh, now it makes a different cat. Yes. Yes. So that has an impact. Yeah, so that's what we expect is like this super overcooked image. Let's go here with 0.9. Ah, okay. Kitty. Oh, wow, that's a nice kitty though. Kitty, kitty, cat, super overcooked. That's okay. No problem with that. Okay, so let's set this back to 10 steps. And then reset this here. 0.3, Let's set this to 1 and 1. See what we get from that. Kitty is back. Paws are different. Okay, so we do get an image. Does have nice details. Let's go lower here, 0.8. Sorry, we have to do a little bit of testing. Top. Yeah, right, I can top. Well, it does, of course, like change the image a lot if we have the denoise so low. Let's go a little bit lower. 0.7. Might be the 0.5 is too low. So this looks more similar. Not exactly the same, but more similar. Okay. And now let's set this to 1. Wait, let's open this up first. Aha. Ah, interesting. That's really interesting. So if you have an image input, the settings don't have as much impact. Which is kind of a good thing, right? Interesting. So let's set this to 0.8. Even though before we had lots stronger impact, right? I mean, now I have this kind of exponent bias, so it's just going over time. So I guess if I set this back to 0, it might be pretty strong again, right? Did I not hit the Q? Oh. Okay. Let's see if this breaks the bank or not. Looks good so far. Ah, this is pretty extreme now. Interesting. Okay, let's set this to 1 and set the other to 0.1. So it's like going the other way. It's like less impactful the more steps it renders, which basically means it should be less impactful on the finer details. Ah, okay. Interesting. So that does work actually, right? And if we go lower here, let's go here to 0.5 for the end. So it ends at the middle of the steps. Not work again? Cage? What could caged mean? Why does it not render? Or it was forcibly closed? What the hell? Oh, I think it thinks it's the same. Okay, let's change the noise here. It might think it's the same image, even though it's a new image. Oh. Okay. That looks pretty strange. All right. What did we do? The bias, the exponent, start. So, this is the start. Okay, maybe let's set this lower here. 0.5. Interesting. Not as good as before, right? You only changed the graph, not the daemon? What do you mean? No, I didn't. I changed the graph before, but the graph is up here. I don't even... Or do you mean in general? Because there is no like this node doesn't have an output. It doesn't do anything. It's just a representation. You see? There's no out connection. It's not even connected to this one. So how would that send values from here to here? That wouldn't work at all. Right? The eyes are so strong here. Okay. Let's go down here. Oh, this is already on 10. Okay, that's good. Should we try a different image to see how that impacts it? Let's close all of these. This is pretty good though. Midjourney is still pretty top. This one is nice. Maybe we can use that. Baroque pop fashion. Ooh. Let's see what Flux is doing with that. But I feel like from the render time, we are pretty good. Oh, what kind of render time is the turbo we're using? Oh, 8 steps right now. Okay. So we do have, let's go back here. Oh man, so much stuff. Let's see for the new render. I can't tell right now. Ooh, look at that lady. Hello. Okay, that's quite some haircut. Okay. Please keep the messages in English so I can understand what you're writing. Okay, so we have the first image here from the Turbo LoRa. Wow, this reminds me a little bit of Fallout, right? A little bit like more extreme Fallout, like more realistic rendered Fallout. Okay. I hope the Turbo LoRa is working right now. There we go. Just getting started. Ooh. With a little diamond on the forehead. Or something like that. Wow, it looks a little bit crazy. So the glasses turned into some crazy head decoration, head jewelry or whatnot. Ah. Oh, it's almost turning into glasses. Interesting. But nice detail. A lot more detailed shirt also. Pretty interesting. Changes it a lot though. Because we now have like, we changed it, the denoise from 0.5 to 0.75. And so of course now it has a lot of like leeway to adjust things. It's just interesting that it didn't really like create any sunglasses. Does it say sunglasses in here? Retro Baroque pop fashion statement with futuristic elements, perfect hair, extravagant eyelashes and mascara, geometric bliss. Oh, okay. It doesn't say anything about sunglasses. Interesting. I mean, from what the prompt says, I actually feel like this is pretty good. But the prompt is very vague. And of course, this is very nice, but the prompt is so vague, it doesn't really tell us much about. There we have another very personified fairy inspired by the blah blah blah, slightly mysterious, being dress vibrant, her wings resemble blah blah blah, shimmer, greenish blue stem, nature. What is a photography? That sounds like... Oops. There we go. Let's try that. It's a pretty good description, so maybe picking up a little bit more on that. Of the profile name. Ah, okay. Really? Oh, okay. Interesting. Oh, yeah, it is. You're right. Okay. Is this kind of topic like more, like less interesting, or is it like, I don't know, because it's fairly technical, but I just wanted to, I thought like I make a tinkering stream. What's the time? 1 hour 16. We can also do something else. Although I have like already announced like to get more detail out of Flux. So yeah. Oh, that's nice. The fingers are very spooky, but the image is nice. Let's see what the Flux LoRa is doing with that. If we didn't have that kind of loading in between, it would go so much faster. But is there any way to not reload the models if you're using the same models? It feels fairly wasteful. I mean, it might be because I still have this in here, but I don't think so. Let's just delete that. I think it's just unloading it. Oh. Okay. The Turbo LoRa is doing a fairly good job. Whoa, okay. That has more detail, but it's also worse. You know, I wonder if we set this lower, 0.6, and then pump this maybe higher with the detail amount, 0.7, if that might, let's put this over here. Get more RAM. Really? The RAM helps with that? I have 32 gigabytes, so I feel like it's fairly good, but maybe, I don't know. Oh, there we go. Interesting. Missing a finger here, but well, that's beside the point. Very long ears here. I feel like, 1 second. Oh, we have all of that down here. Oh, we have all of that down here. Hello, my friends. Okay, let's copy this over. Put it up here. Turn all of that on. Oh no. So we get some extra funkiness out of that. Now I only have to find everything. Oh no, not the... Oh yeah, let's use that. The VAE, where are you? Up here, okay. And then... I guess we're good. Clip. I just need an input here, otherwise I get an error. Okay. And this might also need an input. Let's just connect this. All right, we have 8 steps here. That's good enough. Yeah, okay. There we go. Let's do this real quick. Oh. Oh, yes. Of course. There we go. While we're at it, to control both the detailed daemon nodes at the same time, you can not convert the widget to inputs and then control the values simultaneously with float nodes. Yeah, I know, but then I have to create like float nodes for every single value here, you know? And for both of the nodes, and then like name all of these nodes and then connect all of this. It's just like super like crazy, rather than just putting the graph down here. I think in a future update he will probably put the graph down here. It's just and by the way, here it says smooth, but yeah, we can also delete that because we don't really need that right now. Oh, and we have this also, we can delete that. So let's see what this is doing. Is it doing anything? Come on. Might still load. Man, this stupid model loading is so annoying. Come on! Did it crash? Maybe let's cancel this. Not canceling. Awesome. Okay. Let's close it. Let's restart. Yeah, you do it only one time. Yeah, it's true. No, it's just like the developer and he has to like change it. I have 96 gigabytes loaded from the hard drive. Yeah, right. 96 gigabyte RAM. How do you need so much? This better be doing the finished image now. What is it doing? Oh yeah, it's loading here. Okay. Or not? Ah, it's loading. Okay. So let's see. It's rendering the images again. Good times, good times. Hasn't been leaked anyway. I mean, on Windows you have the task manager showing you like how much VRAM is used. Doesn't Linux have like anything on board that shows you that already? Also, if you want to, by the way, we can like render some community prompts. If you want to put those into the chat. What is going on right now? Oh, it's doing this. Okay, cool. How fast are we rendering per image? Should be 8 seconds or something like that. And why don't we see any render progress? There we go. A little bit quicker, faster, faster, faster. 11 seconds. Okay. System RAM. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, you already see that, like the GPU usage and the VRAM usage. So that's true. Yeah, it's already right there. So we are almost there. There we go. Interesting. I mean, now it's also using the it's using the turbo LoRa for that. So maybe that might not be the best idea. Let me reconnect this real quick. Go like this. And then we can set this maybe to 10. The rest should be good. We could set this maybe a little bit higher, 2.5. But also the input right now, this one, doesn't have a massive amount of details. Let's render this again. Oh, you're a CAD engineer. Wow. Yeah, CAD needs a lot, I've heard, right? Do you feel like so far this kind of process, rendering it through the turbo and then through the detailer, is worth it? I mean, this detail is maybe not the best example, to be honest. I might set this back to the original values that we had at the start, because I feel like that was kind of like better. There's so much, because there's so much settings, there's so much testing you can do, it's really crazy. Oh, this is rendering the comparison image. Should we turn maybe the comparison image off again? So let's maybe pause this for the next time. That the new image? It didn't really add too much details though. Yeah. No, just leave it like that. Let's go with this, might be better. Is this working right now? No. Okay. There we go. Yeah, baby. Okay, that's his chest is amazing. We had the shirt, but also fur at the same time. Okay, that's pretty good. Where have we gone with this kind of like one-step rendering? You know, like with the LCM stuff? Holy crap. This has a lot of bending back here. How did that happen? Okay. But it looks pretty cool. And now he has a how do you say that? Pullover? No. What's the English word for that? Looks pretty good though, but the background is really bad. Wait, we can actually skip that upscaling. Let's go back here and set this back to 0.3. And then give it a second shot. Oh, it's a big shop. Did you just like wake up, or like this was like an hour ago? Still the same problem? Oh, interesting. Okay. Let's cancel this again. Let's set this back to the original values that I had before. So we can do with that. We are at how many steps? 10 steps. 0.6. Same thing. Yeah. But the face details are pretty nice for the fur and such. Ah! The background is annoying me. Okay, let's try this again. Same, it's also pullover, really? Oh, interesting. Sweater? Yeah, sweater. That's a good point. There we go. So let's see. Oh, it changed his color of the, it changed it into a shirt, a yellow shirt now. Interesting. Hey, we have a new Patreon supporter. Pretty cool. Very nice. The publishing of, oh, this is a good one. Very nice image. The like publishing workflows really like helps a lot with the Patreon. Do you, by the way, do you have any other ideas what I could do on my Patreon? Like that the workflows is a good reward. It's pretty nice, but what else could I do on there? I have no idea whatsoever. I'm really like, oh my God, this is so overcooked. I'm really lacking the creativity in that department. How is this so overcooked? It's really driving me a little bit nuts here right now with that stuff. What is he putting in here? 05195 05. 05, really? 1905. That feels like a lot. Oh, it's doing the upscaling. I have to turn this off when I'm not using it. Into UI for automatic 1111. What? What do you mean into a UI for auto? You mean like an extension for automatic 1111? But how does it work? Do you know how ComfUI Live Portrait Cache for more usability? It's so cool. Live Portrait Cache. I don't know what that is. Well, let me copy this real quick. If it works. There we go. Oh, you mean like the animated portrait other than like the other one that I showed last time? Mouse doesn't work again. There we go. Oh, this doesn't sync. Anyways. Okay. Nah. Asking people what video to make is not a good idea. It's like asking like a musician what songs to write. That's not good. People don't know what they want to see. They want you to do that. You know? You don't go to the restaurant and like you want the cook to cook for you and not like decide what the cook should cook for you. That's the opposite. So it's a good idea. It sounds like a good idea, but it never works in reality. You know? This is like why you're a creator, because you know what kind of topics are interesting for people. It doesn't work the other way around, you know? So that's kind of like the basically the thing I'm paid for is figuring out what kind of content people want to see. So, but I understand, like, it's a good idea. I'm not saying it's bad. It's just, it doesn't work, even if it sounds good. I feel like this is not really giving the results I want to see. It worked a lot better with this kind of comic figure with the fuzzy hair, but this is kind of, everything kind of looks shit, to be honest. It doesn't really give me that kind of like detail that I want to have out of that. And it's too overcooked. And I thought we can get away from the overcooking by using an image input, but it doesn't really seem to work that well. Maybe I have to set this even lower like we had before. So maybe this value here is a little bit the question. 0.6. And that's, by the way, I feel like that is a big thing also with AI, where like creatives don't really need to be worried, because like having good ideas is not easy. Like everybody says, oh, I have a million ideas a day, or blah, like ideas. What is this kind of saying about ideas? What is that? Like ideas are cheap, or this, you know what I mean? But it's not really like that. Of course, like making things happen is also not easy. So it has to come together, making things happen and having ideas. But usually people don't have ideas about things they don't do every day. You know what I mean? Like, you couldn't just come up with a new recipe for a pizza, even if you might eat a lot of pizza. You know what I mean? So, because if you're a cook and you know about spices and ingredients and cooking process and stuff like that, you might have a lot of ideas. In that case, even though a lot of cooks don't, apparently, they always do the same kind of cooking. But you can't just like come up with that willy-nilly. So this kind of like this idea of, I have, how can I say, I let AI create a cool game for me. I don't see that. Not from people who are not like trained in like gaming or have like made games before. If you spend a lot of time like playing with AI to figure out video games or music or whatnot, you become an expert over time and become creative over time, especially if you publish it and then look into what people like, what they don't like. But like just out of the blue, no. That's just not how it works, because it's just, you need, for everything in life, if it needs to be good, you need to have the training to make it good. It's not, it doesn't come like in the first second. That's kind of the thing. And interestingly enough, it's also not the average. The average, the interesting thing is like the average only gives you a picture of what people liked in the past. It doesn't give you a picture of what people would like to see or have to in the future, right? So it's pretty interesting how all these kind of things works. I've been experimenting with custom sigmas to extract more details out of the model with 12 steps I'm using. Aha. Okay, let me try this. I don't quite understand what you set the value to 1? No. The detail value is 1? that sounds, and you start at 0.95? I don't think yet that's what you want to write, right? So you only use it for 0.5 steps in total? No, wait a second. You start at 0.95 and you stop at 0.9? That doesn't seem like it would work. Is this the no, it's not the Flux Pro model because that's not released for like local rendering. This is the normal model. The following values. Something is off about your values. Can you verify if that is like the values you want to like? No, the Flux model usually uses RAM, not VRAM, to load. And I have here like that's a custom Sigma node. Oh, it's a different node. Oh, okay. So that's a different thing for getting more details. Okay. But for now, I mean, we have some more details around the eyes and such. So it does like give a. How would you rate it? Do you think like this is a like worthy improvement? I also feel like having more detail in the background is not necessarily what I want to have, especially not in an image like this where the bokeh is actually important for the image, you know? So for as a good portrait image goes, the one on the right side is actually a nicer portrait than the one on the left side. We could play around again with this kind of like bias and exponent, but it doesn't seem to have a lot of impact here, right? Let's try this again. Didn't seem to have any kind of impact. Let's try this. The goldfish memory? What? What were you talking about? I don't see the former message. Custom sigmas, you actually write them out as a list of numbers that feeds into the sampler. Oh, okay. Yeah, I have to try that another time because that seems like to be like a completely different kind of thing. And now I didn't open this up. Oh no, I did open it up. Okay, good. So this seems to leave a little bit more room. By the way, let me try to start this late. Let's start this at the end, 0.5. By the way, well, that's not a good question for right now. Let's see. And this is why I feel like Omnigen is going a pretty good route with this, where you don't have to know how it works. The AI figures out for you how it works. Actually better, right? How about we only apply this at the end, but make it stronger? Let's set this to 0.3. Let's see what this does. Didn't do really anything. Which is interesting though. So the difference here is pretty small. but the difference here is pretty good. So it adds more detail to the face, but less detail to the background, and also less detail to the clothing, which is actually very nice. Let's set this to 1 just to see. And the reason why I can set it to 1, by the way, is because I'm using the latent from the turbo LoRa, the image on the right, as an input, because usually it would be way, way, way too high. So this is more detail to the background, a little bit. Oh, and also makes the thing down here more wrinkly. Okay, so that's not a good idea. Let's set this back. Let's say 0.4. How about we end this at 1? Bias. Can you use the, it would be interesting to have a mask, right? For the detail daemon to have a mask where you say like a gray value, so it's only applied a little bit to the back, but then more to the face. That might also be an interesting test to use it with masking. Actually, can we try this real quick? How would you do that? Okay, to be honest, I don't really remember right now how you apply a mask. How do you apply a mask? Oh, we probably have to load the image, right? Can I apply a mask in between here from that image that comes out of the VAE? Ah. The sampler needs a mask input, right? And it doesn't have a mask input because it's a custom sampler, right? Can the custom sampler use a mask? Latent mask. And then I have to like load a mask. Do I have to like create a mask as an image? Well, here I can't right click because it's not image loader, it's an image shower. So it doesn't have the mask function. I haven't done this in quite a while. Mask composite. Destination source. The fuck? This seems like it combines two masks together. Man, I have no idea how to build this in here without like a normal like K-sampler. Oh, okay. But then where do we set the mask? Where do we send the mask after that? Yeah, this is the mask function. So that's already pretty good. And so now how do I apply the mask to the custom sampler? Latent mask. Image to latent mask? No, right? Set latent noise mask, is that what you mean? Ah, okay. Let's try this. Let's see if that works. Did that work? Oh yeah, it did. Look at that. That's pretty nice. Okay. Let's compare this to the original. Very nice. There we go. Look at that. This has a better tie though. So we can include the tie. Look at that. That is pretty cool. All right. Thank you very much, everybody. Thanks for helping me out. Where's the mask thing? God damn it. These 5 million stupid menu points here. There it is. Okay. You see, you just have to use some bad language and life works. Let's see. So that's actually pretty good to keep the details that you want and only improve the details you don't want. That feels like a pretty good trick to use that. Look at this. So now, this is the original. This is the improved version with finer details and like fixed clothing and a fixed bow tie. That is actually really cool. Very nice. I think that's the first progress we have made tonight by figuring out how to do selective details. That is pretty cool, huh? Very nice. You can try out the Laplace scheduler node. It creates great details for me with the Turbo LoRa. I have these settings. Laplace. I probably don't have that installed though. Oh, I do. Sigmas. Turbo LoRa. Sigma's max set to 1. And what else? Sigma minimum set to 0. Mun set to 0.1. And this to 1.5. Sigmas. And this goes where? Oh God. Where is this coming from? This goes here, and this goes here. Ah, Ah. And this is not loading the model into the scheduler? So how does it load the model? Because it's the only way the model is connected to the alpha, the custom sampler is through the basic scheduler, right? And 12 steps. Oh yeah, 12 steps. Whoops. So where does the model come from in this case? In your sampler? But nothing connects to the model? Oh no, the guider connects to the model. Is that enough? Let's give it a shot. Let's see. Maybe that's enough. Wait, is this connected? Yeah, this is connected to the LoRa. With 12 steps though. So this is like 4 steps more than usually with the Turbo LoRa, right? What's the time? Oh, the time is already 2 hours. We have 0 super chats. Come on, guys. Not a single one. Oh, look at that. Ew. Good looking boy. Very nice. Look at that. So, 1 second. This is what we had before. And this is what we have now, which feels very fuzzy though. Is that the result you're getting? Because it feels very fuzzy. And then this is the improved one, but of course this is only like inpainting the on the details we have selected before. Oh no, it didn't change anything. Is it not finished yet? No, it's finished. Strange. Oh, I didn't set any mask. I'm an idiot. There we go. Let's mask this dude out here. Let's do the whole body. The body. Let's go like this. Save. Your results are clearer. Are you using the GUF model or the normal model? So maybe your setup is a little bit different than mine. There we go. I don't know. But it looks pretty cool. It's a little bit muddy though, so something is off. Not quite sure. Something seems off. Hey, we have another Patreon supporter. Very cool. The super chats is on YouTube, by the way. It's not Patreon. Just saying. Just in case someone is here and then mixing it up. The FP8 model. Yes. So, I don't know. For me, it doesn't seem to do the same thing as for you. Maybe set this higher for the max. Let's try 10. Whoops. Let's try 10 here. Let's see what we can do here. Oh, and then I have to pause it. So this can, like, the mask can be reapplied. So this with the muddiness, looks like something is too low. Also, why 12 steps? That feels pretty high for the Turbo LoRa. Even though the result looks like it's using like 4 steps or something. Oh, wow. That didn't do anything. Okay. Maybe set this to 3. Try it again. All right, so let's finish this render and then let's see. This stream was fairly technical, to be honest. I thought we were making more progress because it looked very It looked very good before the stream. And now it became a little bit too complex here. No, this also doesn't do anything. Yeah, I don't think I want to figure this out right now. That seems too complex at the moment. So let's reconnect this one here. But let's try, now that we have figured out a fairly good process, we can try some other stuff here. What else should we try here? I mean, this dude here also looks good. Oh, character concept art. Can Flux do concept art? I'm not quite sure, to be honest. Let's give it a shot. Man, come on. Get the thing started here, please. There we go. Hey, that looks fairly similar to what Midjourney does. Interesting. Okay, cancel. And then we select the dude. The Duderino. Hey, that looks actually pretty good. Very nice. The one thing I don't like about this like masking node is that you can't really get down here in these lower parts because it changes the brush to your selection for the buttons. Save node. Let's go on. Oh, we missed a little part. I don't think that matters too much though. So that is a surprisingly nice result. Look at that. And that's with the Turbo LoRa. Damn. That is nice. That's the result from Midjourney. This is from the Turbo LoRa, which looks amazing. And oh, wow. He got a lot more oily. This is the result with the improvements. Oh, wow, it changed quite a lot. I mean, it's not too bad either. Very crisp, but not so nice details around the jacket. Interesting. So it really, this has even more complexity if you do it like that. You might save some render time, but you have to fiddle around with the rest of the stuff. Let's set this also lower here. Nope, not 2, not 2. 0.2. All right. But this one of the best images from tonight, this one here. Same. A little bit better though. The jacket is much nicer. Yeah, I feel like it's kind of like rendering through an image that was created by the Turbo LoRa is not exactly like as promising as I thought it would be. Okay, well, you can't win all the time. It does sometimes it works cool. Sometimes it does some good stuff. But overall, not 100%. Let me also upscale this real quick as the last step for today. 1 second, bypass. There we go. Let's upscale this real quick. Hopefully it doesn't take an age. Should be fairly fast. Did high VRAM fix the model reloading? I didn't try that. I'm not sure if I even already have that in there, but I don't know. I think I tried once with the high VRAM and then it made it pretty slow with the rendering or something like that. To fiddle around with that a little bit more maybe. So let's do this real quick. 14 seconds. I want to figure out a way where you can have these like intermediate steps, like with my Superflux workflow, where you get a quick result first and then you improve the details. And maybe there might be a better way to improve the details than this kind of node. Because it has this kind of problems of making the like details too crisp, too strong, you know. It enhances the stuff you don't want to have enhanced and then drizzles some extra detail on that while making the image itself worse. And that's like, not sure if that's the ideal thing to do. It should like improve the finer details, but leave the image itself not like mostly untouched. There we go. Let's see if we have some good, nice details. Oh, look at that. Wow. So these are some nice details when we zoom into it. Very cool. The reflection here is very strong, but look at that. Looks very nice. Also, the hair detail is pretty nice. So yeah, pretty cool. There we go. Very nice. Okay. That's it. Okay, so I have to find my mouse. There we go. All right. There we go, my friends. So we didn't reach any of the goal for today, but that doesn't matter. That's okay. It was pretty interesting, though. It was fairly technical, so next time I think we go back to do some more fun things. And I have to also start to do more video things with AI. Maybe with pages, though. You know, I actually want to switch a little bit more to pages because while this technical stuff is really cool and you can experiment a lot, it's also good to have something that is not only approachable, but also is usable for a lot of people. And as you've seen in the chat, a lot of people can't even use Flux or it's super slow for them. So having like these online services where you probably have to pay because they're not getting the like server time for free from themselves. But you can then do Flux and whatnot and video rendering and stuff like that while getting pretty nice results because you render it on their render farm rather than having your own hardware. And I think that's much more open for a lot of people, you know. While the open source thing is cool by having like open sources, it's not so good in the way of a lot of people not be able to use it at all because they don't have the hardware and they don't have the money for the hardware either. So especially like in third world or like not third world, sorry, like not that like rich countries, you know what I mean? They can't afford like a $2,000 graphics card or like a $5,000 computer just to render Flux images, you know? So yeah, but let's see where things go. Anyways, was really fun hanging out with you. I hope this was inspirational in some way. The last image was really cool. I wish we got more images like that throughout the stream. And next time we're going to do some really creative things. And I want to go more in experimenting again with the creative process also of creating AI art in the live stream, you know. Anyways, thank you very much for watching. Let me find the music and the queuing here. And yeah, thank you. See you soon. Bye.